Yeah, she's calling back. We're going to try to give her a call again, and then she just added another phone number to the 13-year-old grandson who's possibly with the daughter. Step out with this.
2412.
Veteran crisis hotline's calling in, so they have a female veteran off her medication. She's at work to safe haven. Attacking 12, take a check that one out.
6-1 bullet, 2-1 start, take your shots.
Officer still stands for time? No. Offender in custody? Temporary with the... Thanks. Anyone else close, wait to see what's up, let me know. Come first time out. 10-4. 422 units are okay over there? Someone shot there. Alright, the ET doesn't take pictures of the, she's calling back. We're going to try to give her a call again, and then she just added another phone number to the 13-year-old grandson who's possibly with the daughter. Step out with this.
2412.
Veteran crisis hotline's calling in, so they have a female veteran off her medication. She's at work to safe haven. You're attacking 12, check someone else.
6-1 bullet, 2-1 start, take your shots.
Officer still stands for time? No. Offender in custody? Anyone else close, wait to see what's up, let me know.
23, supervisor found it. Okay.
All right, let's get the feeding the ducks back. Just wanted to play a little something before tonight's show. I got a lot of different emotions in me right now. It's one of the reasons why I've taken a break the last couple days. I do apologize about that. I know last night when I went over at my lounge channel, it's been dominating my thoughts. I hadn't even had any sleep. When I went on the lounge last night, I hadn't even had any sleep since I woke up the morning before at 8 o'clock. And after everything dominating my thoughts about what is now in front, I needed to take a little break last night, and that's what the lounge channel is for. That's what the lounge channel has always been, whether it's, talking, watching little programs together, or playing some games or something. Just from time to time, it's always a good place to still go hang out, but we don't have to worry about all the other. It's unfortunately with true crime, it's a lot about the ugly in the world, and the lounge is meant to still hang out and talk about the dumb stuff. It's a place to just get away but still be together. And last night, that's what my intention was at the lounge. I literally couldn't. I sat there for a couple hours just to even load the game because I was like, I got to take my mind off of it, but I couldn't do it. And so I was like, you know what? If I go to the lounge, I don't have a choice. And so I was forcing myself to think about something different. And so I got on there last night and meant to just tell everybody, because there's a lot of people going, what happened? What happened? What happened? And so I was just going to tell people last night, like, hey, it was because of a violent criminal organization's policy hit, claiming that I was intending to praise, promote, or aid in violent, extremist, or criminal organizations, and I didn't understand. Because over here, it's always been about reporting the truth, being respectful to all people. So I just wanted to tell people last night, hey, it's because of this, and this is why. And I still wasn't even ready. I'm still not ready tonight. It's a lot up here. And so it's not going to be a normal show. I'm not going to have the normal energy. I have a lot of different emotions going through me. And the point of tonight is to try and explain all that, because I don't think it's fair to you to not understand, number one, what took place, number two, the future, and number three, what not only what I went through on a daily basis before, but now what that daily basis entails. There's a lot of different emotions because I didn't do any of these things. There's a reason I can't do an appeal, and I'm going to explain that as well. But when I did that show last night, I was, I even said I plan to address it tonight, tonight. I can't appeal it, Kathy. I'm going to explain that here. But my intention last night was to just I had to force my mind. I sat there for hours. I couldn't get my mind off of it, even with it the controller sitting in front of me. It's like I need to go to the lounge and just force myself. I was just going to let everybody know this is what the reason was. I didn't do it. And I was just going to try and, take my mind off of it. What's the best thing to do that? It's always been a video game from time to time because I don't even focus on anything else except for the game. And so it's like, you know what? Hey, let's just hang out on this game and let's just have fun or whatever, right? For a little bit. And then I can maybe get some sleep. And, I just kind of poured my heart just kind of spilled out last night. And so I know I explained a lot. I'm going to show that in part of the show. It's not going to be a very long show. But I'm going to show a lot of different things and explain a lot of different things so everybody understands. So, if nobody knows, there's a lot of new people to the community. When I started this venture of trying to help find truth and justice to victims' families and communities, to go to whatever locations to go to try and help any way that I could, because I know that if I was a family member, I would appreciate the same. I got to a point in my life a few years ago where I sat there on a couch, offspring grown up, blazing their own path. I'm sitting there just on a couch and I'm going, what do I do with my life now? I had a career in management for over 20 years, very successful career. Worked with a lot of important people, had a lot of status. And that was fine for a while. Then it wasn't serving the soul anymore. Many nights I sat up, what am I supposed to do with my life? What am I supposed to do? What am I here for? I've done this. I've overcame this. I've succeeded in this. What am I supposed to do? Help people. It started off by helping people within my own community. It started off by helping people from across countries. It started off by helping, by showing people that there's, in my life, there's a lot of people that have had words that don't meet the actions. I've had a lot of struggles throughout my life, my childhood, even through adulthood. A lot of the people that have been here for a while know from time to time, I've opened up about different things that I've gone through in my past. There's been a lot of people that the words don't match the actions. And so to me, I didn't want to just tell people I help people. I wanted to show people. And not only show people, I wanted to be in these different communities, meet up with different people along the way. Anybody that my life is in interaction with, damn, this dude gives 150%. So then COVID happened. Because I live by myself and because my family is scattered throughout the United States, during that period of time, I had to be isolated by myself. Now, a lot of people had somebody with them. A lot of people still went to friends' house. A lot of people still had family to go to for the holidays. I didn't have any of that. I literally had myself for 2 years. Because I wasn't one of the, I worked at an essential business. But the essential business restrictions were that if you contacted COVID outside of employment, you couldn't come back to work until 2 positive tests or 2 negative tests. Well, unfortunately, during that time period, I saw a lot of people that got COVID outside of work and were not getting 2 negative tests, even though they felt completely fine. And I saw what happened to those people. Real quick in the beginning of it. Now, the reason I had to be by myself is because I couldn't miss a paycheck. Now, you got paid for those couple weeks. Because in 2 weeks, you know, two negative tests. Otherwise, well, I guess I can't go see family. I guess I can't even go see friends. I just got to stay here because I can't take that chance. During that time period is when I got into a really deep mental depression. I needed some kind of interaction. I needed some kind of communication. Talking on the phone just wasn't doing it anymore. After 2 years. And so I sat back on my computer and I saw these people on YouTube and I kept seeing this duck popping up and I'm like, let me see if I can do this thing. My whole life people always said, "Damn, you should go work for the radio." I'm like, "Well, I don't like being on camera, but I'll just do this. I'll just do this the whole time. I don't have to be on camera." But then I wanted to give more. I'm sitting there thinking in the beginning, because I'm like, I got to have some kind of interaction. My fix was I can have interaction with people and we can talk about whatever. People I just meet, we can talk about whatever, and I can feel like I'm at an event, or I can feel like I'm somewhere, but really I'm not, and I'm safe, and I won't get COVID, and I won't lose work, and I won't, and I'm like, there we go, there we go. This will help me. This will help me, is what I said in the very beginning before I made it. And after I made the show, and all of a sudden I started seeing other people expressing the same emotions and the same feelings about being locked up, and how they love just being around people that are just about positivity and peace, and and how it's great. I can come home from work, and instead of hearing drama, and instead of listening to people complain about somebody else and fighting, and they said this about me, and so I'm saying this about them, this is so awesome. And I said, damn, I need to protect this, because I saw what it was doing to me first. I was like, holy shit. All of a sudden, I couldn't wait to get home to talk to all the people that just wanted to hang out and talk. And I'm like, I can't wait. I can't wait. And then eventually I would talk to people about it at work. I'm like, man, I love it. Oh my gosh, it totally changed my life. Like, I was in a really deep depression, and I saw what it did to other people. You want to know why I got the big heart and the big boot? It's because I saw what it did to me. I saw what it did to other people. And to me, that's the most important thing. Not only it helping me, but I'm making sure that I protect this atmosphere ever since the beginning, because of how much it means to me and people. I was helping other people with my voice. I was helping other people with my understanding. I was helping people with my compassion. I was helping people with my sternness. I was helping people, letting people know, if you don't think anybody else in this world has your back, I got your back. As long as you at least give me 100% in return. Now, there's a lot of people that have come and gone. I give 150%. And if I don't get at least 100 back, then we can't grow together. That's why I'm done as soon as possible, because to me, I'm all about growing. I'm all about evolving. I'm all about succeeding. And if me giving you 150, more of myself to you, which I do, I really do. And that goes to everyone, every human. And if that doesn't make you want to just work a little more than normal, then we will never grow together. I know we're never promised tomorrow. Unfortunately, I've had to have that in the back of my head since a young child. That's why I lived some of the extremes as I did as a kid. That's why it's the way I am today as a grown adult. It's about helping people. And I'm sorry if I don't make sense tonight. I have a lot of different emotions. I have it's a lot of different energy. And I'm going to, as we go into it, I'm going to explain more and more. After a certain period of time, the community really realized, damn, this dude really is. And then I started to branch out to different communities, not just trying to help like I am right here, but you know what? I'm going to go out and go beyond. I'm going to go beyond that because now I realized how many people I was helping just by the voice. I want to go beyond that. What was my goal? My goal, and I've told, and if you've been here long enough, when I made that decision to then branch out to different communities, I told people my goal is that office building. It's that office building that has the vice presidents, that has the managers, that has all of these beautiful people that we have built together and continue to do the work that we've always done from the beginning. It just depended on the resources, and the goal was eventually the resource of the office building and everything. Now, when I started to make that transition, maybe a week or two into it, because making that transition meant completely being available at any moment, at any time, for any of these victims' families and communities. And I said, look, I could sit on the couch like I was before. I'm out there. I don't care. Now, over time, you guys have seen all the different effort and what I'm willing to put myself through and what I'm willing to sacrifice to be able to be there just to help. Just a week or two in that decision, August of 2023, there was a fire at my apartment complex. The live is still probably up. August 30th, August 31st, something like that. But what happened was there was so much fire damage. I literally lost everything. So not only did okay, I'm going to make this transition. I'm going to give up everything in my life because my life is now going to different communities to help. It doesn't matter what my life is here. Just a week or two in that. Around that time period was when that fire took place. And I said, oh shit. I lost my clothes, my furniture, my bed. People want to know why I don't have a bed. It's because I can't just, ever since then, because it is about the community, the bed, hey, wait. I barely hear I can sleep on the floor. I'd rather take that money and keep that money because that's another trip or two to go to a community, and I'd rather go to a community. Damn, CJ, why do you drive 7 hours in one day just to go to a city to be out and working all day? And it's because I'd rather take the few hours and get less sleep than spend $200 or $300 for a hotel to stay, because that's another day or two of going to the community to help. Now, the community, shout out to the community. Y'all helped a lot during that time period. You guys know I didn't do a show, and I've never been the type of a show or a person to sit there and air my struggles or air my, I've never been the type of show. Even with the fire back then, I was never the type of show where I was like, hey guys, I could really, 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 just like even, just like with even, you see it out there all the time on this platform. You see a lot of people, damn, I gotta fix this. Hey, can y'all? And it's like, I'm just trying to get contributions to go help people. So ever since I started that, it's been a step back from the first point when I started this journey to help people in this capacity. And thank you to the community, because y'all really helped back then. And y'all have. So as time has gone on, you've seen the growth, you've seen the lengths that I, going all the way from putting my fears of flying aside to go to Washington State and Idaho, driving 16 hours one way, a couple days later driving it back, one day later driving it back again, and a few days later driving it back again, and doing that for months on end. The power marathon searches that we've done over this period of time, the different communities and places that I've gone where people in my show have literally left watching the show because they were so scared. Because the truth is important. That's why over this period of time, I go to these places where there's danger. I go to these places where people probably wouldn't go. I do the things that people probably wouldn't do, because you know what? I've known ever since I was a kid, when I started defending people, that I had it inside of me. And I not only had the strength inside of me, but I had the mental awareness that created the shield. A shield big enough where I could take a lot of you with me and hold that shield up, and I can protect us all from all the other bullshit solar waves coming in our direction. But there's always been one thing, and the one thing is that the energy that I get from the community allows me to be able to fight and go and do the things that I have to do in order to be able to have the truth and the real justice. Because without that, you see a lot of the, just like with what happened to me, you see a lot of the twisting and misinterpretation. You see a lot of the twisting and manipulation of what a lot of these heavy hitters do. And that's why it's important to have the truth, to have it documented, to have it explored, to have it there in case somebody needs a voice or an ear or a hand or a shoulder, whatever. It's now some people out there, it's a glamorous life. It's never been that for me, and I don't mean that in a bad way. Because to me, it really doesn't take much to make me happy. I'm a pretty simple fucking dude. The only thing that I'm worried about, because I know that I'm not here that long, is to be able to share love and experiences. You know, happiness, peace, memories that I can take with me when I'm no longer here, and memories that you can still keep if you are blessed to be here longer than myself. That extends to all the people that I try and help throughout this country. They don't even know me, but I can guarantee you that anybody out there can't tell you that I didn't bust my ass with everything. Dedication, loyalty, effort, and commitment. It's never been a glamorous life. In fact, it's been a lot of struggle. But to me, like I said, it doesn't take a lot to make me happy. And I don't look for happiness in comforts around me. I look for happiness in other souls. Because I know that if another soul knows that I'm trying to put out this kind of energy on this planet, that's my reward. That's where I find my comfort. I could give a shit. I don't have shit. I'm not worried about having shit. That's why I was able to not go the clickbait route. That's not who I am. You know, you don't see me having shows complaining about just getting a couple thousand views. You don't see me having shows complaining about other content creators creating their own emotional roller coasters so you'll just cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. When I tell you all of these times that I couldn't do it without you, how much your contributions mean to me, and how I literally wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing without you, and how much you all should be a part of this reward that comes to people saying, damn, he bust his ass. It's because of you too, because without you, I wouldn't be able to do those things. I've always been a team guy ever since I was a kid. When I started playing basketball in 3rd grade, I was on a travel AAU team until 6th. I was playing point guard. We traveled to the 5 surrounding states playing different teams, playing in summer tournaments and everything from 3rd to 6th grade, travel AAU basketball. I was a point guard. I learned from a very young age how much team means. That's where I got my 150. Because to me, when I'm out there on the court, it wasn't about how many points I could get. It was about how many other teammates got points. Do you see the 150? That's why I know I can't do it without you. I never could. And literally, if any of you were sitting next to me on a chair right next to my desk and you were here with me every single day, you would probably go, dude, how can all you do is work? And that's fine. That's fine. It takes that amount of work. There's some nights I might eat something at lunch real quick, because like 2, 3 in the afternoon, I usually eat something. I've never been a breakfast person unless it's Hardee's and I'm on the road. But I've never really been a breakfast person. I eat in the middle of the day, and then I usually eat either before the show or after the show. And there's just sometimes where it's like work, 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 work. I don't even have time to get up and make something because that's the kind of work that this path takes. And there's a lot of people that don't understand that, and I don't expect people to understand that. I kind of explained it on the lounge last night when it comes to the work. So as we were getting here, I've lived a life, like I've said, very minimal, very thrifty. Really, anybody in the background knows, my team, anybody in the background knows that really this is a month to month kind of path, because I don't create the clickbait and try and get people to watch a video. I don't do that shit. I try and just report it respectfully, give you stuff you might not think about, might not have noticed. Let people know about the wolves among the sheep. Not doing the drama shows, not crying every night, telling you my car broke down. None of this stuff. It's disgusting what you see out there on this platform. It really is, when you see how there's a lot of people that just manipulate your all's heartstrings just for you to swipe your card. But I've always, even when it's been minimal and it's been month to month for the last year, but that, to me, that's fine, because like I said, it's not about the other stuff around me. It's really about helping people every single day. There's so many people in my life, in the team, in my personal life, that are like, dude, I don't know how you even do it. And they've been saying it since I first started doing it. And this is what I try to tell people. I know I have the fight in me and I know I have the shield. I just need your energy. I need your support. I need your belief. Now, just like always, a couple days ago, it's just like it's always been. It's been month to month. Is it a stressful life? It is a stressful life when you didn't have to live that way. And what I mean by month to month is fucking very thrifty. I ended up rescuing baby Angel. I took on, and with her health issues too, I took on a lot of responsibility, but to me, she changed my life too. And I've been okay going, we've been able to do good. You know what I'm saying? We're getting her health stuff handled. She's healthy. She's got a lot of mental or a lot of health, not mental, a lot of health stuff still to come and, probably for the rest of her life. But to me, I had to figure out a way, and I've been able to figure out a way. But then a couple days ago, this is what took place. And like I said about the fire in August 23 and how I literally was like, uh, uh, what do I do? They didn't. Well, we didn't shut your electric and gas off, so you don't qualify for nothing else but laundry detergent to try and get the smoke out of your clothes. The firefighters had to stay another 2 hours to try and get the carbon monoxide out to a level to where I could actually breathe. The next week, I was puking because of the toxic fumes that still existed in this place, but I had already made the decision to be able to be available for all the victims' families and communities, and I couldn't look back. For the next 7 months, it smelled like campfire in here. So then, when this thing happened a couple days ago, and I'm going to explain the events that took place throughout that evening a couple days ago and show you. At about 11:50 p.m. on December 10th is when not a fire this time. It was like a tornado. I had spent the last 2 years getting that solid foundation, and once I had that solid foundation that I had created before that 2-year period, now I started to build that house, and all of a sudden 2 nights ago I saw the foundation still there, but I didn't see that house that I built anymore. And when you're going month to month, doing whatever you can to make sure that you're available, you're okay with it. You're just trying to help people, because I might not be here tomorrow, and instead of having a bunch of money in the bank account, I'd rather have a bunch of souls that were like, damn, this CJ was legit. It literally felt like a tornado just came through, and then I'm sitting here and I'm going, Okay, here's the storm that took out the tornado, or that took out the house. And I don't see very many pieces left behind. And I'll explain why. So after I got done with the show, on that night. Me and Busby. Busby joined the show. He was a special guest. Shout out Busby. And I want to say shout out to Narc Divers and Guidance for creating your own content when it comes to the support for me. I really appreciate it. But I'm gonna kind of give you a visual, just like I do with everything that I do. Let me get this switched up. Hold on. Sorry. So I just got done with the show with Busby. Crap, I didn't put Busby's link in the description. Let me hurry up and put Busby's link in the description. So I clicked on this right here, went and put Busby's link in the description. And by the way, if you're not subscribed to Busby's True Crime Network, here's his channel. So I went there and I dropped the link for Busby to put it in there, and all of a sudden, because this wasn't here, this is what we're watching right now. And all of a sudden, this video that was right here. Oh, shoot. Crap. Well, it had community guideline warning. I was like, oh, fuck. Well, let me just delete it real quick. Because it's really not that important to me. So I'm like, let me just delete it real quick. It's not that important to me. So after I did that, because to me, I have an upstanding. This is what I don't understand. I have an upstanding rating when it comes to how I rate my material, whether it's got words or graphic stuff in it. If any of these content creators know, when you go to do the videos, you have to literally like. I have a very high standing rating with YouTube when it came to that. I've never been in trouble. The only thing that I've ever done is, oh, well, here, let me mute this song out here. It's not that important. Let me clip this News Nation part out. It's not that important. Let me just get rid of this video. It's not that important. None of this has ever been that important. None of this content is that important for me to ever have an issue, right? That's how I've always been. So when I see it, I'm like, well, fuck, let me just get rid of it real quick. Fuck it. It's not that important. So then I'm like, what the hell is this? So I was like, that's weird. So I just deleted it, right? I go back to doing my work. All of a sudden, I'm getting a message here. Hey, CJ, what's up with the pause membership? I'm like, what? Hey, CJ, what's up with the pause membership? Hey, CJ, I just got a message. I just got an email that there's a pause. I'm like, what the fuck? So I go to my YouTube studio. I'm like, wait a minute. Where's my membership tab? Where's all the dashboard stuff that used to be here? What the hell? This looks different. So I closed out of the tab. I went back into YouTube because I'm like, what the fuck? There's, if you never do nothing like that, well then why would you ever think, oh, I did this, right? So then I go back in there and all of a sudden, boom. What? Where's the Where's the YouTube check that I was supposed to get on the 21st to the 23rd before Christmas and my birthday? Now that's gone. What the hell? So then all of a sudden I look up here at the top left and I see the channel violations and I'm like, wait a minute. I already deleted that. Like there should be no issues, right? Because I didn't do anything, right? Did I violate criminal organizations policy that intends to praise, promote, or aid violent, extremist, or criminal organizations? No. So why would I think that I did something like that? I was like, what the hell is this? So before I responded to people after I was getting all these messages, I'm like, hold on, let me see. So I click on this and all of a sudden, this is what I see. It says, take a look at your content and our policies. Here's an example of how your content didn't follow community guidelines, but make sure you follow all policies. Violent criminal organizations policy, content that intends to praise, promote, or aid violent, extremist, or criminal organizations is not allowed. Community guideline warnings impact on this channel. What's the impact? Content deleted by user. You know why I deleted it? Because when I was putting in Busby's link and I saw it, I'm like, well, I didn't do nothing. It's nothing that serious. I'll just get rid of it. Like I have for the last 3 effing years. So I'm like, wait a minute. I can't content. Yes, I deleted it because I deleted it right away. Because I thought I was doing the right thing like I always have. By deleting this content, you won't be able to appeal it. Thought I was deleting the right thing. So then, when I start looking into it, all of a sudden, I'm like, wait a minute. I got to look more into this. So then when I look more into it, then it says, well, basically, after the 90 days period is up, then you're allowed to get monetization back. Until then, consider this a warning. You can either take this as a warning, or if you want to continue to do what you're doing, well, then we'll just strike you again. And I'm like, wait a minute, but I did not do this at all. What did this come from? Let me show you that. It came from these two. It came from these two videos. It came from this video when I read the Mana of Luigi. It came from this video, the Mana, I'm not even going to say it, the motive and what happened. You'll notice those two shows don't exist anymore. Why don't they exist anymore? Because when I got done putting Busby's link in the description of the show we just got done doing and I saw this had an issue, I just got rid of it. Now, when it comes to this, and I put something together for you guys because it's not on the air anymore, I had to clip it. Okay? I had to clip it. But when it comes to what I was talking about, and I said, I don't even understand how this can be taken this way. And right here, you received a warning. You can take a policy training, which will remove the warning after 90 days. 90 days from December 10th, 2024. They took my YouTube check that I was supposed to get before Christmas and my birthday. They're going to take all next 3 months until March 10th, 2025 of any monetization. And then at that point, I have to start from scratch again when it comes to memberships and everything else when it comes to that. And this is why I said it's not. If you heard what I said last night when I said I don't even know what the future of my mission is anymore, because they pretty much took my mission away from me, because I cannot, there is no way humanly effing possible, unless I win the lottery, that I could literally make it through this. There's no way I could make it through this. 4 more months until I can get anything from YouTube. Three months, and then another month. And it could possibly be another month after that. That's something. They took whatever I was supposed to get in a couple weeks, because YouTube pays people. YouTube pays people on anywhere between the 21st and the 26th. They took that away too. Right before Christmas, I was supposed to get it. I usually get it on the 22nd or the 23rd. And now I'm in a position where, because I live thrifty, and because I live very minimal, and I take whatever contributions I can get and I stretch them to the absolute fullest to be able to continue to make it every single day, every month. And it's something that I had to have in order to be able to make it, and we don't have it anymore. So those are the thumbnails. Those are the thumbnails of the videos. Now, like I said, all I did for this manifest, and I'm not even going to continue to repeat the whole word, because I don't even effing know what the hell what I said for them to come up with this excuse. I don't know what I said. All I did was read what was on the piece. I mean, it could have been from effing Burger King, right? All I was doing was reading something that a reporter had put out. And as I'm reading what the reporter put out, never once said I agreed, never once said I promoted, never once said this is something that you should do. In fact, what I did was talk about the medical industry struggles that everybody in chat was telling us about, and even the stuff that I was being reminded of with my own family when it comes to their mistreatment from the medical industry struggles. I even said multiple times, this is not something you should do. If you feel this way, get help. Different things. And this is part. Now, I had to clip out because, listen, again, I don't know what effing words I said, because the only other thing that I did in that episode was literally read what was on the frickin' document. I didn't add extra commentary unless it was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. I didn't say anything. So I don't know. And that's why the part that I'm going to show you is clipped out, because I don't know what the F I said. But what I am going to show you is the parts, because you all were there. It was up. It was loaded. It was sitting there for a whole day before any of this happened. Plenty of people saw it. So other than what I clipped out of me just reading what's there, I kept in the part talking about the medical stuff and me sitting there telling you, you guys, if you feel this way, this isn't stuff that is not gonna, because I don't know, but you can't get me in trouble if somebody's talking about their family members' medical history. And like I said, it could be a freaking paper from Burger King. It could be a paper from Burger King that I'm reading. And it doesn't effing matter when it comes to this policy violation. So this right here is when I'm discussing it. This is the other day. All right, so we're going to read this. They diagnosed my mother with severe neuropathy when she was 41 years old. She said it started 10 years before that, with burning sensations in her feet and occasional sharp stabbing pains. At first, the pain would last a few moments, then fade to tingling, then numbness, then fade to nothing a few days later. The first time the pain came, she ignored it. Then it came a couple times a year and she ignored it. Then every couple months, then a couple times a month, then a couple times a week. At that point, by the time the tingling faded to numbness, the pain would start and the discomfort was constant. At that point, even going from the couch to the kitchen to make her own lunch became a major endeavor. She started with ibuprofen until the stomach aches and acid reflux made her switch to acetaminophen. Then the headaches and barely sleeping made her switch back to the ibuprofen. The first doctor said it was psychosomatic. Nothing was wrong. She needed to relax, de-stress, sleep more. The second doctor said it was a compressed nerve in her spine. She needed surgery. It would cost $180,000. Recovery would be 6 months minimum before walking again. Oh my gosh. She couldn't even walk. She couldn't even frickin' walk. I'm sorry. I'm thinking of my, like I said, when I'm reading this, I'm thinking of my own family stuff, and 12 months for full potential recovery, when she would never lift more than 10 pounds of weight again. Oh my gosh. The third doctor performed a nerve condition study, electromyography, MRI, and blood test. Each test cost $800 to $1,200. She hit the $6,000 deductible of her plan in October. Then the doctor went on vacation, and my mother wasn't able to resume tests until January when her deductible reset. The test showed severe neuropathy. The 180,000 surgery would have had no effect. They prescribed for the pain. At first, the pain relief was worth the price of constant mental fog and constipation. She didn't tell me about that until later. All I remember is we took a trip for the first time in years. When she drove me to Monterey to go to the aquarium, I saw an otter in real life swimming on its back. We left at 7 a.m. and listened to Green Day on the 4-hour car ride. Over time, the stopped working. They made her more sensitive to pain, and she felt withdrawal symptoms after just 2 or 3 hours. Oh my God, she was like I said, y'all, even when you don't listen to this, you guys, because I have a lot of friends. I've grown up in I've been around a lot of shit. Okay. I had friends that were addicted to opioids. Okay. Some of them even the H. Some of them have passed. These people didn't have these issues, okay? They took it as a recreation. And this is very important when it comes to the amount of pain I'm trying to describe to you guys with what we're reading. These people took these as recreation. They didn't even have these health struggles. When they were having withdrawals, I've never seen people in so much pain in my life. So you add that, that's why it's so hard to crack it. You know what I'm saying? Because of the symptoms that you get. Your body is used to taking a drug that makes you suppress pain. Like you don't feel pain, even though you got pain. So when you're not taking the medicine, your body really feels everything. She was already feeling this kind of pain before the opioids came. Oh my gosh. Yes, they made her capitalize MORE, sensitive to pain. I can believe it because I remember seeing friends of mine that were trying to get clean off of it. And I'm sitting there I'm in shock, people. I'm sitting there going, why would anybody want to do this shit as recreation when that's what you know what I'm saying? When that's what it makes you feel like. Now, a lot of people, like I brought up in the beginning of the show, the percentages of addiction are just and the medical companies knew this back then. In the earlier show, I compared it to the tobacco epidemic in the 70s, where tobacco companies were trying to downplay all the studies and about how, yeah, it's got this percentage to. No, it don't. Let's make cigarette candy for kids. kids, you know? Like that's what they let's make cigarette candy for kids. Um they totally downplayed it because Big Pharma was making a good, oh my gosh, boatloads of money. You got to thank our elected officials too, because those are the POSs that actually look the other way when it comes to all these companies making this big bank, because the elected officials get the kickbacks. I'm not getting political, I promise. Then gabapentin. By now, the pain was so bad she couldn't exercise, which compounded the weight gain from the slow metabolic rate and hormonal shifts. And it barely helped the pain and made her so fatigued she would go an entire day without getting out of bed. Then corticosteroids, which didn't even work. The pain was so bad I would hear my mother wake up in the night screaming in pain. I would run into her room asking if she's okay. I can't imagine. Oh my gosh. I would run into her room asking if she's okay. Eventually, I stopped getting up. She'd yell out anguished shrieks of wordless pain, or the word fuck, stretched and disdain to its limits, like this. Fuck! All of this while they bled us dry with follow-up appointment after follow-up appointment, specialist consultations, and more image scans. Each appointment was promised to be fully covered. Each appointment was promised to be fully covered until the insurance claims were delayed and denied. Allopathic medicine did nothing to help my mother's suffering, yet it is the foundation of our entire society. My mother told me that on a good day, the nerve pain was like her legs were immersed in ice water. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. I know you guys can read it. I haven't read it yet. On a bad day, it felt like her legs were clamped in a machine's shop vise, screwed down to where the crank stopped turning, then crushed further until her ankle bones splintered and cracked to accommodate the tightening clamp. And she had more bad days than good. It's got to be real, Breezy. It's got to be. It's everything that I thought the first moment I woke up that day 5 days ago, and I said, holy crap, some dude did this to a CEO. I instantly thought that person, family member, somebody got shafted by the healthcare system. And you guys saw, I'm not going to name the company, but that night, literally the same night that this unaliving took place, the same night, another major medical healthcare company drastically changed their delay, depose, deny. They drastically changed it. I'm not going to name the company because I don't want to, you know what I mean? Legalities. But you can literally look it up. It's a major medical company, y'all. It's major. It ain't going to take but 13 seconds to find it. My mother crawled to the back. Oh my gosh. My mother crawled to the bathroom on her hands and effing knees, man. Just I slept in the living room to create more, oh my gosh, to create more distance from her cries in the night. I still woke up and still went back to sleep. But then I thought there was nothing. Back then I thought there was nothing I could do. The high copays made consistent treatment impossible. The treatments were denied as not medically necessary. Old treatments didn't work and still put us out for thousands of dollars. Limited specialist consultations to twice a year. They refused to cover advanced imaging, which the specialist required for an appointment. Trust me, I got family member that's like, you gotta have imaging taken. Well, I can't get in there. Then they refused to cover advanced imaging, which the specialist required for an appointment. Prior authorizations took weeks, then months. They constantly changed their claim filing procedure. They said my mother's doctor needed to fax his notes, then said they did not save faxed patient correspondence and required a hard copy of the doctor's typed notes to be mailed. Then they said they never received the notes. They were unable to approve the claim until they had received and filed the notes. They promised coverage and broke their word to my mother. With every delay, my anger surged. With every denial, I wanted to throw the doctor through the glass wall of their hospital waiting room, but it wasn't them. Wasn't the doctors, the receptionists, administrators, pharmacists, imaging technicians, or anyone we ever met. It was people are dying. Evil has become institutionalized. Corporations make billions of dollars off the pain, suffering, death, and anguished cries in the night of millions of Americans. I'm going to tell you right now, this right here, this is the damn truth, y'all. People are dying. Evil has become institutionalized. Corporations make billions of dollars, literally, off the pain, suffering, death, and anguish cries in the night of millions of our family members. I'm not even saying Americans. I'm saying our family members, because I see you guys typing in chat your struggles. The struggles, everybody can relate to this topic of the medical industry fucking Americans. What's up, Gromby? I'm gonna need a lounge night tonight because, man, it's not an excuse. Don't get this twisted. I'm not. Listen, you don't take somebody's life. You don't. But how can you not? How can? How can you not hear or read this and not think about your own self or family member that is going through the same thing? Yeah, when I read this, I'm reading it like, okay, you know. But I know you guys know what I'm saying. You're reading the cries for help and the denials and the delays and all these other things, and you're like, you can't help but think of your own. And as I've been reading this, it's like, damn, I'm seeing the same shit. And I know a lot of you guys have it worse than me. And if I'm feeling this way, contribution call out Breezy. Thank you so much for being a member with the +2. Thank you so much for real. And thank you for your information today as well. Also, contribution call out $10 super chat. Take time for you. Never. That's right. But never put someone in that place either. Right. Thank you so much. Okay. Okay. We entered into an agreement for healthcare with a legally binding contract that promised care commensurate with our insurance payments and medical needs. Then United Healthcare changes the rules to suit their own profits. They think they make the rules and think that's because it's legal that no one can punish them. They think there's no one out there who will stop them. Now my own chronic back pain wakes me in the night screaming in pain. I sought out another type of healing that showed me the real antidote to what ails it. He should have gotten out right, Yoli. All right, now I'm going to pause it right there. Let me turn the music back on and no hide and seek. YouTube had taken everything I was supposed to get here in a couple days before Christmas and my birthday, and everything else for the next 3 to who knows. to who knows how long. Violent criminal organizations policy that intended to praise, promote, or aid violent extremists or criminal organizations. Like I said, the other parts was just me reading. Nobody said, yes, we support you. Yes, you should have did this. Yes, yes, in fact, like I showed you tonight, multiple times said no. Even if the mental, even if the health, even if. No. I told you guys that I highlighted comments and reiterated it with my own voice that this is not something that's okay. How do you get to this? And because of this, you take away the future. Because when I explained to you earlier and how thrift and minimal I have to live in order to be able to make it, because I'm not out there. Oh, guess what? I'm not doing none of, I'm not doing the cha-ching, the clickbait cha-ching. I'm not doing any of that stuff. I'm just coming from the heart. I'm just giving you real and raw. I don't have it like that. There's a lot of people that sit behind a desk and just talk about other people's shows. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. But I'm actually going out there traveling, doing all this. And when I depend on this too, and when you take this opportunity away from me, not only what I expected to have to help with the month to month, but now you take away what you've taken away. And let's be honest, YT, minimum 4 months from now because of the process. How do you ruin when somebody is out there trying to make a difference, help communities, pushing their own limits and boundaries beyond what they're comfortable with when it comes to the danger and the limits that you have to go to do this? And this is who you take away. You don't take away the people that talk shit about me. You don't take away the people who make up false accusations about me, major false accusations with no receipts, no merit. You don't take those away, but you take me away. Make that make sense. And because I was trying to do the right thing, I'm doing, like I showed you guys before, putting Busby's link in the description right after we were done, couple videos down. Oh shit, it's got a problem. I'll just delete it. It's not worth it to me. None of these are. They never have been. That's why I've always had a respectful check the fucking tape. That's why I've always had a respectful rating with YouTube when it comes to how if this is wrong. So if I don't exist, because like I said before, I still have a lot of thinking to do. I know last night that I said it's pretty much done, There's still a lot of thinking to do. I still have a lot of emotions to work through. I still have a lot of stuff. Because like I said, their tornado took my house. and I have to sit here and find out what pieces are salvageable, figure out if I even have the ability to build this house again. I already got knocked down from the August 23 fire. I'm getting knocked down again. It was really hard. And I know I have the fight in me. That's never been a question. I know I have the drive because I wanted to continue to do and even go beyond what we were doing here the last year. Go beyond that. I was talking the whole USA. I was talking an RV for months. I was talking about being able to just go, not even be here, not even have a desk anymore, literally just go from one location to the next, 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 just to try and help even more. This right here, I don't know if I can recover. I'm already trying to figure out a way to recover from what I'm not going to get before Christmas. I'm trying to figure that out too. I'm trying to figure that out. I'm trying to figure out what what I can do for the next possibly 4 months minimum. And that's what's been going through my mind. And that's why I haven't been able to be on. And it's still probably too early for me to do it tonight, but um I wanted you guys to know, and I wanted you guys to see. It was important to me because it is about communication, and I felt horrible not even putting out a community post yesterday. I felt horrible, but really there's so many things going on in my mind and so many swirls, and it's just like, what? It's just like I don't, like I said, you guys, I'm standing there, I see my foundation because we have a beautiful foundation. I see my foundation. It's just the whole house, and there's a lot of it that's missing. The roof's missing. There's some walls missing. A lot of stuff's missing, and I'm just looking at what's left, and I'm just going, I don't know if I can build a half a house out of what's left. And so there's just a lot of, because I can't start off with the house that was there. I have to, it's gonna be a process again of picking up everything and scraping together what's left, and it's gonna be another, uh, it's gonna be tough. And so, and I don't care about it being tough. I don't care. I've never cared about it. I just want to be able to be there. That's the important thing. As long as I can be there, that's all that matters. However it happens. And I don't know I don't even know if it can happen. I don't know how. But all I know is I just want to be wherever I can be, to help. The same visions that I had before this took place, when it comes to going across the whole United States. It became the Midwest, then it became the mid to East Coast, then it became, after that it was going to start branching out to the whole United States. And who knows, it's goals and processes, and who knows, maybe the next it would have been around the country, or the continent, and then around the world. I don't know. I just want to be there to help until I can't do it no more, until I'm gone. So I don't know. I hope to be back tomorrow. I hope to be back tomorrow. I don't know. I'll probably start doing some stuff at the lounge just to get my mind off of it. I'm gonna do some uploads, if there's something, I'll still do uploads. I'm still gonna be here. I'm still gonna be putting out content. I still have 3 videos. I haven't even they were supposed to drop a couple nights ago and I didn't even drop them because I'm just like, whoa, what? Huh? I still have 3 videos to drop for you guys that I haven't dropped. So I'll be putting out stuff tomorrow. I'm still gonna be here on YouTube. I just because I care about you guys. Just because I can't get monetization doesn't mean that I'm not gonna be here. It means that I got to see if I can try and be here, because I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can make it through this. I don't have that answer yet. But I'm still gonna keep pushing, even though I'm still trying to figure out that answer. So, but when it comes to like a live stream, I hope to be on tomorrow night. I can't promise. I hope to. I really do. But this is a lot to deal with inside. And there's so, trying to figure out everything. This is why it takes so long, and it's because it's not, like I said, it's not just like, all right, here we go, we could go back in. No, I have to like literally like find pieces that are salvageable and figure out, okay, now how can I rebuild this? That's the stage that I'm at. Okay, how can I rebuild this? And it's a lot of thinking. And so I can't promise you that I'm going to be able to build the house again or something, or some kind of shelter. But just I'm pushing, just like I do with everything else. This has always been a mission of mine since I took it on. Since I took on this kind of life, because this life is not for everybody. It's a very lonely life. It's a very not a lot of people would really find any kind of enjoyment. But I'm not worried about that, because that's not why I do it. The enjoyment, it comes from helping people, so it's worth it. But we'll see. I still got thinking to do, but I am gonna cover a couple Sebastian Rogers updates real quick that just came through as we were doing this, because I'm still here. Also, I do want to mention to anybody that I know I haven't checked my messages, my emails. I haven't checked anything for the last couple days. So I want to let you all know right now, if you're still here, just be patient with me, please. I just have a lot of stuff to think about. I'm going to try and start getting back to him this weekend. I need another day tomorrow. I'm going to get back to him this weekend and I'll start. There's just so much on my mind right now, and I really need to like ultra focus and figure this out before I can answer any questions or what's, you know what I'm saying. I need to figure this out first. Also, when it comes to any of the contributions, I'm going to put together a special little something for you guys. And I'm going to shout out every single one of you. Anybody that has contributed in the last couple days. I'm going to do that for you. I'm sorry. I don't even know. There was like gifted memberships that night and all sorts of stuff. And I have no idea what happened with any of it. So I don't know. But um I just wanted to show you guys that real quick. All right. Let me go to some Sebastian Rogers updates now. This is awesome. $250,000 reward. So let me switch to that real quick for you guys. I'm still gonna be here. Don't take it. I'm gonna be going to Rumble. Rumble reached out to me a couple days ago. They reached out to me and was, a few times. They're like, "Yo, come on, we sent you some emails, man. Come on now." So I'm gonna go there. That's gonna be soon. I'm gonna talk to them first, but sorry, I just have a lot on my mind. Hold on. Where did this go? But I'm still gonna be here. With the lives, I just be patient is all I ask, because there's a few times tonight it was really tough. $250,000 reward now. Share that with you guys real quick. And there's some updates. There's some updates on Twitter that came out. I'm sure you're gonna hear all about it here pretty soon. Now, this is a picture that's of interest. Let me zoom my face out of here real quick. Where did that go? What the heck? It went away. Hold on. Here, let me zoom this up for you guys. All right. So, when it comes to the green hoodie person, that's a pretty good picture. That's weird. It won't let me zoom in on it. Hold on. Let me here, let me take a screenshot of it real quick. For some reason it won't let me zoom on it. Let's see here. Sorry, I wasn't prepared for this stuff tonight. Let me see here. Where'd it go? Ah, here it is. All right, so here's this. Whoops, wrong one. Not the tab. Hold on, I apologize. Let me get rid of that, and then maybe it'll show up. All right, there we go. Okay, let me zoom in, and then here, let me move my face. So there you go. There's green hoodie person. And then this picture right here. So this is the update from Twitter. Now check this out. There's a lot to it. Let me see which one it is. Yeah, this one right here. So at night, there's a lot to it. It says, Dog the Bounty Hunter seeks public's assistance across the United States in identifying Green Hoodie in relation to interaction hours before the disappearance of Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, December 12th, 2024. $250,000 reward. America, Dwayne Dog Chapman, also known as Dog the Bounty Hunter, is seeking your assistance in bringing Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers home safely and peacefully. Dog the Bounty Hunter is releasing significant new findings in regarding an individual referred to as Green Hoodie and their actions on February 25th, 2024. The evening 15-year-old Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers was last seen as reported by Dog's sources. Based on information gathered from interviews and witness accounts, it is highly likely that Sebastian is no longer in Tennessee. However, all indications suggest that he is still alive. Dog sources have no knowledge of this woman before or after the unsettling encounter that transpired on that fateful night. If you have any information regarding the identity of Green Hoodie, please contact the Sumner County Sheriff's Office immediately at 615-451-3838. No rumors or gossip should be disseminated. Now, there's some key findings in the Green Hoodie's actions. Number one, emergence and initial movement at 6:22 p.m. Surveillance captures Green Hoodie emerging from the shrubbery or bushes near the parking lot. She is seen moving cautiously between Mrs. Proudfoot's parked vehicle and an adjacent car. The timing coincides with Mrs. Proudfoot and Sebastian standing up from their table inside the establishment and preparing to leave. So if you go to our last show that we did and you guys saw, I pointed out that Katie and Sebastian both stopped as soon as they passed that pillar because they noticed something. Sebastian noticed her first. Then Katie stopped. That's why then Sebastian stopped again and went around the container and the yellow pole, and Katie went up there. That's why she didn't unlock the door right away. Everything that we were explaining to you in the last live. Number two, interaction outside the establishment, 6:23 p.m. At 6:23 p.m., Mrs. Proudfoot and Sebastian exit the location and approach their vehicle in the parking lot. Outside, Green Hoodie initiates a brief hand-to-hand interaction with Mrs. Proudfoot near their car. The exchange appears deliberate but happens quickly, making the exact nature of the interaction unclear. Green Hoodie maintains a calm demeanor and does not appear hurried or agitated. Number three, entry into establishment, 6:25 p.m. Following the interaction, Green Hoodie enters the location with her hood down, making her face clearly visible. Like I said, they would have the front camera first before they had any side cameras, would have had a clear shot of the face. She proceeds directly to the woman's restroom without engaging with anyone or making any purchases. After a few minutes, Green Hoodie exits the restroom and leaves the building quickly. Number four, upon shrubbery and pickup, 6:28 p.m. Upon exiting, Green Hoodie heads back outside and moves through the shrubbery again, avoiding additional surveillance cameras. Footage shows an unknown vehicle illuminating her path at approximately 6:30 p.m. The exact details of her departure remain uncertain, whether she was picked up by someone else or had her vehicle concealed nearby, but she did leave the area at that time. Summary of Green Hoodie's movements. 6:22 p.m. Green Hoodie emerges from shrubbery near the parking lot. 6:23 p.m. Mrs. Proudfoot and Sebastian exit the establishment. A brief, deliberate interaction occurs between Green Hoodie and Mrs. Proudfoot near their vehicle. 6:25, Green Hoodie enters the location, proceeds to the woman's restroom, and exits quickly. 6:28 p.m., Green Hoodie speed walks back to the shrubbery where an unknown vehicle is seen illuminating the path where she emerges, raising the question of whether she was waiting for a pickup. Now, you all, I won't be able to do it tonight, but if you want to do something, go to my video section, go to the zooms of the restaurant and try and see anything through those windows. See if you notice something coming through those doors. There's two zooms for you, top left and top right of the restaurant. I'm thinking maybe top right. There might be, I don't know. Check it out. I won't be able to tonight. I wish I could. At approximately 6:30 p.m., Green Hoodie either enters this vehicle and is picked up, or she walks to a vehicle of her own, which may have been parked out of the view in the adjacent parking lot of the nearby shopping center. This shopping center includes businesses such as Vanderbilt, making it a plausible area for discreet parking to avoid detection. I don't know if I can even mention business names anymore. All right. And then Dog also has a post. The so-called alleged private investigator claimed his clients, the Proudfoots, are under extreme pressure. Maybe that's because they didn't want you to know the truth about who Green Hoodie really is. They said it was an elderly man. But guess what? It's a woman. Does they mean 3 to 4 people involved on top of several other felonies which carry life sentences? Are they also afraid of conspiracy charges? Crazy, crazy. 250,000 just got upped. I want to say thank you all, really. I'm going to end the show here. I might go to the lounge tonight. I don't know. I might not. I'm not sure. But I do want to say thank you to you all for your belief, your trust. You all are part of the materials that went into making that house. And I hurt for you. Because I don't know what's going to happen. I'm still fighting. I'm still trying to figure out. I'm not saying it's done. But I just hurt for you guys. Because just as much as it is my dedication and my effort, I could have never been able to do any of the things that I could have done without you. I never could have shared any of those things with you. And who knows, I might never have known you. I just hope that I can continue. Because the only policy that I violated was just trying to help. And that's it. Good night, everybody. Thank you.
Risen gates won't open up for me. On these hands and knees I'm crawling. I reach for you. Well, I'm terrified of these four walls, these iron bars can't hold my soul in. All I need is you. Come, please, I'm calling. And all I scream for you. Rain, I'm falling, I'm falling. Show me what it's like. The last one standing. And teach me wrong from right. And I'll show you what I can be. And say it for me, say it to me. And I'll leave this life behind me. Say it if it's worth saving me. Heaven's gates won't open up for me. With these broken wings I'm falling. All I see is you. These city walls ain't got no love for me. I'm on the ledge of the 18th story. All I scream for you. Come, please, I'm calling. And all I need from you. Rain, I'm falling, I'm falling. Show me what it's like. The last one standing. And teach me wrong from right. And I'll show you what I can be. And say it for me, say it to me. And I'll leave this life behind me. Say it if it's worth saving me. Rain, I'm falling. And all I need is you. Come, please, I'm calling. And all I scream for you. You rain, I'm falling, I'm falling, I'm falling. Show